Alright, so in this video, I'm going to just briefly go over how to color grade my footage, or how I color grade my footage at least. Now, my goal is to not drag this on, just make it kind of as quick and simple as possible so that you can essentially just do the same. But there's two stages to it. Now, you don't necessarily have to do it like this. And if you're shooting on iPhone, or if you're not shooting in log, which I am, you can see that this color profile is very flat. You don't have to shoot like this. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. In this scenario, I did. The benefit, if you don't know, shooting in a flat profile is you can just squeeze a little bit more dynamic range, which means that you just have more spectrum between the brightest brights and the darkest darks. So yeah, that's kind of it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to essentially kind of stabilize this out. So it's a flat profile right now. What I need to do is have it not be a flat profile and have it look normal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my footage in Premiere. I have a kind of basic layout here. Preview on the side, timeline, my Ben, and then Lumetri color. If you don't see any of these windows, you can go up to your Windows tab and make sure that the windows are showing. This is obviously for Premiere. It's a similar process in DaVinci Resolve or Final Cut Pro. But I'm going to click on this footage right here, and I'm going to come to Basic Color, Input LUT, and I'm going to select Custom LUT. Now I'm going to use my Utopia LUT for this. I'll include this. There will be a download link for it in the description if you want to use this one specifically. I'm going to see which one I like better, if I like the Utopia Legacy or the normal. I'm going to go with the slightly darker one. And you can see already just the before and after of this, going from like that flat profile to now this, you know, more balanced out color. It looks pretty good. Like even this alone you could get away with, but we can spice things up a little bit more and add a LUT. So I'm not going to give you the exact LUT I use because I don't want people just going making carbon copies of just my literally exact colors. So what I will do is you can come over to a website called FreshLUT. You can make an account for free. I'm not affiliated with this site. Honestly, I just found it and I was like, oh, it's actually not too bad. So you can come over to FreshLUT and make a completely free account. I like to just go over to popular LUTs. Honestly, some of these popular ones right here are not too bad. I'm gonna grab this Severn LUT. It looks pretty good. You can see kind of, I think you can drag this. Yeah, you can. So you can see kind of before and after. Could be cool. Let's see. We can see the gamma is linear. This is just gonna tell you kind of what profile, and linear is like, in my experience, very close to Rec 709, which is what we just converted this footage to, right? So this is a flat profile, and now we have converted it to, let's see, what are we? There we go, to Rec 709 once we put that legacy LUT on it. This is for Sony, so if you need something that's not Sony, then you should just be able to search that online. These are actually a specific pack. It's not from Sony. This is like again, a different pack. However, you can usually end up getting away with like even using like S-Log LUTs for Canon and Panasonic and other ones. It's not like perfect. It's better to use what they have for you. But again, if you just shoot your footage looking like this, then you don't even need to do this part anyway. So that's just how you can, you know, do it like that, I guess. So I'm going to download this. I already have an account. I'm already logged in. And then after I select my input LUT, then I'm going to go down to the creative bar here. I'm going to go to custom and then downloads. Let's see, Severn LUT right there. I'm going to open up that. Now you can see I kind of have this cool vibe going on, which I like. And the best part is I can play around with this a little bit. So I'm going to come back to basic corrections. I actually do want to warm the shot up a little bit, so I'm going to pull up the warmth in the shot a little. The highlights, they are a little overkill for me, so I'm going to pull them down, adjust the contrast just a hair. And I'm kind of just doing this to my own liking. You know, this is just kind of personal touch, and even just that much of a change, this already looks pretty good. This is something that I would even consider running with. It's relatively close to my other one. Again, I'm just not going to give that one away because I don't want everyone just making carbon copies of me, because it literally will happen. I've seen it happen with my other assets. So I'm not going to give away my color pack, but you can go use FreshLUTs, and they have a bunch of free ones that you can go choose from. So more so just teaching you guys the process. The colors do look really good in my opinion. I think this is like a more teal and orange, I guess, more cool, I guess. But yeah, so these colors look really cool. You can actually see like kind of the before and after for this LUT here. So honestly, it looks really cool. There's a little bit too much green in the face for my liking, or at least in the skin tone, so we can actually go ahead and change that real quick in the curves. So I'm gonna grab hue versus hue, and I'm gonna select the skin tones, and I'm gonna change that just a hair. So I needed to pull a little bit of greens out, literally just like barely any, so that it adds a little bit of red back in. And then honestly, I'm gonna pull the hue versus luma down a little bit as well to darken my skin a little bit. And saturation honestly is good. So now you can actually see the difference that this made. Yeah, so it a little less green, a little more natural skin colors, and honestly I like that a lot. That's a pretty good looking color grade considering we did it in like 5 minutes. So the before and after, before, after, and then LUT on versus LUT off. So honestly, pretty cool LUT. I like the coloring of that. It works for the lighting setup that I have, but that's just a quick kind of overview and run through on how you can color grade footage. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I haven't really posted too many. I actually have just one public video right now, but I'm gonna change that, and I'm gonna make some really like engaging tutorials, very similar to the ones that I have on my Instagram page. So this one's just obviously not very professional. This is just more of an asset for the video that you came from. But I'm going to put a lot more effort into some of my main, this one's like an unlisted video, but my main video's coming up pretty soon. So definitely subscribe, and then there's also the links below so you can grab those.